How about council's relationship with the mayor? What do you think the proper model for that is?
Well, I think, again, the best way for local government to move forward, because it's hard enough as it is to work with a consensus. And so when we're in a position where we're trying to get things done, it's good if we can all work together to try to be on the same page. And I think I've seen a movement even in my 6 years where, Dave has done a much better job of reaching out to people. He's called us as council members individually and asked our thoughts and opinions about various things. And so I feel like, I've got a very productive relationship with Dave.
Now,
and that's the way it should be, whomever the mayor is. Obviously, I think that's because you were asking in a more generic sense.
Right.
How should the council and how should the mayor
Right.
interact? I do think that it's our role to push back on the administration on a few things. And I think what we've seen over my 6 years is that we've been much more willing to push back on issues. For example, it was not common before I was on. It was not common for positions within the administration to always be posted. That often, people who were qualified were just selected and we went from there. Well, that's one of the things that I felt strongly about, and a number of us did. And so we pushed back pretty hard and said, we think there's some value here to the administration. And, to Dave's credit, he agreed, and a number of those positions are now posted, and we haven't had one in a while that hasn't been in that position. So I think that's a good thing. That shows some progress, and we're working together can create a better outcome.
well, of course, North Canton does have a strong council form of government. And one of the issues that I think council, majority of council, at least when the issue started out, was the one you referenced a few minutes ago about the collaboration with Jackson, Plain, and Canton. And it came down to, as I recall, the mayor said, well, if you go forward with this, I'm going to veto it.
Well, Dave had some objections, and again, they were valid objections or concerns, different opinions about where to go, and there were a couple other people on council who had concerns as well. And that's why the process is what it is. We don't let one person make the decision. We work together. I thought it was a great example of where we got to make our case. I mean, we had a meeting where I talked about the advantages, addressed some disadvantages, and some of the other people who were on council who opposed it did the opposite, and the outcome was what it was. And so I think, is it the outcome I would have wanted? No, but I think it's an outcome that resulted from good deliberative action, and so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm not always right either, Marty, so maybe me being wrong sometimes is okay. I don't have an objection to that.